welcome back to my channel. My name is Lily and today I'm going to show you how to do this Cleopatra look. First, you're going to start off with priming your face, of course, always make that foundation stick. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation for this look. Just apply it very evenly across your face and just, do a second layer over any sparse areas you need a little more coverage for. Don't forget to drag it down your neck, of course. Gotta make sure your neck matches your face too. Next, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. brow and liner pomade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. Now, since this is a Cleopatra inspired look, back then the ancient Egyptians liked a very thick and dark brow, so that's what I'm gonna try to accomplish here, but still keeping it, a little in today's world. The only difference I'm gonna do is keep my inner brow a little feathered. I'm gonna go in later with a little bit of eyeshadow to make it a little darker to match the rest of the brow, but it's still gonna have a feathered effect to it. Honestly, in my opinion, I think ancient Egypt was responsible for thick brows and a thick eyeliner, now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure that's true. If it is, shout out to the ancient Egyptians. Now I'm gonna go in with my brow gel just to keep all them brow hairs in place so our brows look nice and neat. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer as an eyeshadow base since I kind of ran out of mine. This actually acted really good as an eyeshadow base. My eyeshadow did not move, and I did wear this eyeshadow for a little bit around the house for the rest of the day, to be honest. Just make sure you pat it in real good with your finger. I like using my finger first with this concealer because it's a little thicker, and so using your finger kind of melts it a little bit and makes it easier to work with. Then I go in with a beauty blender to just make it nice and even. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up my brows. Now let's set that face, girl. Go ahead and grab your setting powder. I'm going to use my airspun translucent powder to set my under eyes. I'm going to use my beauty blender and just press it right underneath my under eyes to make sure we do not allow any creasing because, creasing concealer is no bueno. I'm also going to add it right into my smile lines because lately I've been a little bit oily and that area does tend to crease on me in the last couple days. Now it's time to contour. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Elizabeth Moth palette, which I absolutely love. I'm going to grab that center color right there. Now, I'm not going to contour too heavy because I'm trying to keep my face a little bit more natural and keep my eyes the main focus of the look. Now here you see me just dusting off that extra setting powder that I left on my face before I finish my contour. Now it's time to contour our nose. I'm using a brush that I got from a BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Blend set. It's actually pretty nice. It's a flat angled brush that makes my job so much more easier when contouring my nose. You guys should check that out. I'm gonna link it in the description box below. Oh yes, now that looks so much better. Yes, now it's time for color, so I'm going to grab my BH Foiled Eyes palette, and I'm going to grab these two colors right here. First, I'm going to start off with the lightest yellow and put that all over my lids. And after I place that yellow the way I want it, I'm going to go in with a little darker gold color and start putting that in my crease and moving it up towards my brow bone to kind of create a little bit of depth in the eyes so it doesn't look so flat. Now as I'm placing that second color on the rest of my lid, I am leaving the area right underneath the arch of my brow empty because I'm going to go back in with a lighter yellow to kind of highlight that area, and leaving it empty kind of makes it a little bit better and makes that yellow stand out a lot more. That's the yellow that I'm going to grab, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone as well as the inner corner. Another tip as well is to keep this eyeshadow very linear to your brow. So as you see, I made a line from the tip of my brow all the way down to the ends of my eye, so it's nice and straight. Now I'm going to grab this blue right here and start doing my bottom lash line, and just make sure that you drag this all the way out, almost touching the end of your brows. You also want to take the blue and drag it down all the way to the innermost part of your eye and maybe a little bit further down. I'm trying to create kind of like a cat look, which is very noticeable with the Egyptian looks. So go ahead and extend that blue a little bit further. Now for the fun part, it is time for eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and grab my e.l.f. pen and start sketching out my eyeliner. For those of you that struggle with making their eyeliner, perfect, it's best to use small strokes and lots of practice, ladies. Practice makes perfect. I cannot tell you how many times I have practiced to make my eyeliner cut like a knife. For those of you that are also struggling, another tip is to try out a felt tip pen just like this one, because the tip is already shaped in a way that you would, create your eyeliner, so it's a lot easier to do it with a felt tip pen compared to like a regular brush that comes with gel eyeliner, for example. But if you insist on using gel eyeliner, then the best way and the easiest way to make your liner look perfect is to use an angled liner brush. I'm gonna link in the description down below a blog post that I've written recently on eye brushes. I think you guys will find that article very interesting. I do talk about different eye brushes that you can use in your brush arsenal, and one of those brushes, of course, is angled liner brushes. And I do have a couple recommendations on that page as well, so go ahead and check that out. I think you would like it. So now that we have the basic shape of our eyeliner, I'm going to start building up on it and making it a little thicker and a lot straighter. I'm also going to start extending out that inner corner and making my eyeliner look a lot more cat-like. Just like the ancient Egyptians, they liked an all-around eyeliner. Now I'm going to switch gears here. I'm going to grab my Maybelline gel eyeliner. Since this is smudge proof, this is what I'm going to use in my waterline, my lower lash line, and my inner corner. So throughout the day, this does not budge and it stays bulletproof. Originally, I was going to leave my eyeliner just like this, but then I decided to kind of take it a step further and make it a little more exotic and add a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to draw a second line parallel to my eyeliner, but underneath, kind of outlining that blue eyeshadow. Towards the end, instead of dragging it upwards, I'm going to drag it downwards. I kind of like the effect that it gave. Same in the inner corner, I'm just going to drag it in a little bit just so it could emphasize that cat eye that I'm trying to create. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more blue eyeshadow to make it pop a lot more. Now to create the cut crease, I'm gonna grab this grayish color and I'm gonna start following my brow. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna start filling in the inner part of my brow just like this to make it darker and match the rest of my brow, but still keeping that feathery effect. And I decided to do the cut crease this way because for me it was actually a lot easier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and follow my crease and then bring that up all the way towards the end of my brow and connect the two, and then just start fading up that gray color with the rest of my brow bone. And to blend that even further, I'm going to grab the same brush that I used earlier to apply my yellow eyeshadow and eliminate any harsh lines. I did pick up just the slightest amount of dark goldish color to help blend that even better in the inner part of my eye. Now to deepen that cut crease, I'm going to go ahead and grab my gel eyeliner and use the absolute smallest amount of eyeliner to go right along the edge as you see here and just make that a lot sharper. Now to finish off the face, I'm going to grab my Tarte Amazonian Clay in the color Seduce blush and start applying just the very slightest amount of blush on my cheeks and around my forehead area. Now I'm going to grab my Milani liquid lipstick in the color Stunning and apply this to my lips. I wanted it to keep a nude color because later we're going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow to change up the color and make our lips gold. Before I forget, I'm gonna go put some mascara on in my lashes and then I'm gonna be back to finish off the face. Time for me to show you a magic trick. Now grab this color right here and apply it right over your matte liquid lipstick. Make sure your lipstick is matte and will not budge for this, because if not, it's gonna be a huge mess. What you want to do is just first pat in the eyeshadow and then smudge it back and forth with a brush to give it a nice sheen. And next I'm gonna grab my gel eyeliner once again to create that detail in the middle of my lip. I'm just gonna draw a black rectangle in the middle of my lip. Now to draw the infamous Eye of Horus, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. eyeliner pen to help me out with this because since it's a lot more detailed and I can control it a lot better. First you want to do is just create a small line on the bottom, and then you're gonna want to draw a swirl right next to it leading towards the end of your eye. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians actually believed that the Eye of Horus was supposed to symbolize safety, health, prosperity, and wisdom to whoever wears it? That's why you will normally find the Eye of Horus on jewelry such as gold and silver. And back then they also would wear, you know, wood jewelry and as well as on porcelain. It's supposed to also represent protection against the evil eye as well. That's what they believed in. I thought that was a pretty cool fun fact to kind of throw in there because I found that extremely interesting. I do apologize for the echo in the background, guys. Please forgive me. It's just I'm not recording this from the bathroom since the bathroom is pretty much the only place I could kind of lock myself in there and cancel out the background noise because there was too much background noise going on earlier with the TV on and the kids and stuff. So again, I apologize for the echo. A shout out to all the mothers out there because it's tough. Kid life is tough. Now lastly, I'm going to grab my Mary Luminizer just to finish highlighting my face. You know the drill. Inner corners, bridge of the nose, on my cheeks, all the high points of your face, you apply this. I also did apply a little bit right around that little detail just to kind of make it pop a little more. Now if I were to redo this look, I wasn't thinking when I did this, but when I applied the highlighter on the high points of my cheeks, I kind of went over a little bit on the black design. So if I were you, I would do the highlighting first and then do the details on the eyes. So you don't have to go over it like I did. And that is all for this look. Just go ahead and put on your headpiece, your jewelry, your costume, and you are done. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified on new videos. I will have another Halloween look for you guys coming soon. Don't forget to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. I'm flirting with the camera. Okay. What's up, boo-boo? This came out pretty good.